Programming 301, Lesson 13 walkthrough. I'm going to skip the concepts, jump right to cloning projectiles. So with cloning your dragon can shoot lots of fireballs instead of just the one fireball. So we're going to learn how to improve the dragon's fireball breath using cloning in this lesson. So the fireball already has some code added for you in here. We just need to add the cloning code. So notice the fireball actor itself is hidden. Only the clones are going to be visible. Inside the if condition here, we're going to attach a create clone of self below the point and direction block. After the create clone itself block, we're going to add a wait block. We're going to wait half of a second. This will prevent the dragon from generating too many fireballs when the space bar is held down. It'll wait a half second, even if you hold the space bar down, before it shoots a new one out. Now, the program has that create the self, but now we need to program the fireball clones to do what they are supposed to do. So the clone startup block runs whenever this new clone of self is created. So this makes this run, okay? As soon as we do that, we want the clone to show so that it's visible. Now, after the clone has been created and shown, we want it to move 20 pixels and do that little wait in between to give it that illusion of movement across the screen forever. Now, we need to delete each clone when we're done with it. Otherwise, it might slow down from all the extra clones that would be running forever in the background. So what we want to do inside of here is say if it's off the screen, so if the clone has gone off the right side of the screen, we want to delete it so it disappears. That way that code won't continue to run. So that's what this is going to look like now. When I click start and I fly around, I can shoot multiple fireballs. So every half second I can shoot a new fireball. Now we're going to learn about cloning the enemies, so we can create lots of enemy planes to fight against. So we're going to create planes by using clones. We're going to program the enemy clones to move towards us, and then we're going to make the enemy planes explode. And so the clone should appear every 3 seconds on the right side of the screen. It says to attach these blocks to the wait block in the forever. I don't see what they're talking about to attach it to, so we're just going to put it right there and hope that works. All right, so this says create clone of self. We're going to create that clone when this happens. This code starts, point to the left, and then we're going to move to the left 10 pixels at a time. And if it goes off the left side of the screen, we'll delete that clone so that it is not having a million clones that are off the screen, making the game run slowly. So we need to try it at this point and see what happens. We should get multiple planes. There we go. Yep, there's one, there's one, there's one. Beautiful, it worked, even though their instructions were wrong. Now, those won't be affected by the fireballs unless we code it to. So what we're going to say here for the plane is if the plane or clone of fireball is touching any of the clones of the plane, then we're going to go through that explosion set that we coded in the last lesson, where we change costumes of the plane. Remember, it has the explosion costumes added onto it. So that's what this is going to do. And then we have to delete that clone once we've gone through that whole sequence, make sure the delete clone is after the repeat 5. Now we also need to delete the fireball clones when they go off the screen, otherwise they're going to take up a lot of processing power. So we're going to delete that clone once it touches the plane. All right, let's try it out. Oh, that's nice. That explosion happens and it disappears right away. Beautiful. This looks much better than it did before. So I can shoot, and I can shoot multiple. And they disappear, and I can just keep shooting like this, which is great because, look, I can destroy a lot of planes at once. Okay, moving to the next lesson. Helicopter dogfight. Can you program the dragon to shoot fireballs and take out the enemy choppers? Make sure the fireballs delete themselves as they head out of the screen. Destroy 3 helicopters to win. So let's program the dragon to shoot fireballs and take out the enemy. Make sure the fireballs delete themselves as they head out of the screen. Destroy 3 helicopters to win. So we have our clone startup, moves in direction. Let's see what we need to do here. So, a lot. First of all, we need to do our on start. So when this starts, we want a forever loop. And we want to be checking for if that space bar is pressed. And if that space bar is pressed, we're going to create a clone of the fireball. And we're going to wait. You could wait 1 second, you could wait 5 seconds, or half a second. That half second is what I like to wait. And then let's look at this clone startup. Once we've started the clone, we're going to point in the direction of dragon. We need to go to the dragon first. Point in direction of dragon, degrees, move. Let's try 100 pixels off the screen. And let's throw in another forever. And because we kind of want to get it just a little bit off of the dragon. We'll keep moving 10 pixels. If we touch any of the edges, then we're going to delete that clone. And after we move, we need to do a little bit of waiting each time. We can do that 0.01 or 3. Let's see if this works. I can turn it all around. Uh-oh, my space bar's not working. I missed the show block right here, so it would be helpful to be able to see the fireball right. Oh, I don't like how this is very hard. Like it shoots at you too. I don't like the way the dragon moves at all. I gotta get one more here. Did I do it? Oh, thankfully. All right. All right, now create an attacker game. So we're going to add lots of projectiles to the enemies, make it more challenging and fun to play as the dragon. So we're going to create some enemy helicopter clones and make the helicopters fire lasers towards the dragon. So it says this game creates a new clone of the helicopter actor every 4 seconds. To program the behavior of the helicopter clones. It says place all this code inside the forever loop so the helicopter clones use the behaviors all the time. So we want to, when a clone starts up, point towards the dragon and move 10 pixels. Wait 5 seconds, switch to the helicopter 1 costume. Wait 0.05 seconds and go to the next costume. If that clone, if it touches the clone of a fireball, then we want to delete that clone because it's done. And if we touch the dragon, then we want to send message hit to dragon. Now, to make the laser clones fire towards the dragon, if the dragon does not dodge the laser, it should take damage or be destroyed. So on the clone startup, this is going to be in this forever loop. So we're going to show, and then forever, what we're going to do is move 10 pixels and wait 0.02 seconds. If we're touching the edge, delete the clone. If we're touching the dragon, send hit dragon message and then delete that clone. So this dragon should be able to move now. It can move forward and back and shoot. And I'm terrible at using the controls on this game. But you can see it's working. It's creating clones. They're deleting. They can fire. Excellent. All right, 2-player battle. So you're going to create your own battle for 2 players. It says play the example game with a friend. The player on the left can use WASD and the spacebar to shoot. The player on the right can use the arrow key to move and enter key to shoot. Well, unfortunately, we're at home, so if you can find someone to play it with you, do that. If you can't, we're going to have to just not be able to test this very easily. So in this project, we're going to program the left plane's movement and fix the left plane's blue lasers. So it says the code for the left plane has gone missing. So we have this forever block. The actor is an airplane rather than a dragon. It should handle differently. W and S keys will move the plane back and forth, and A and D will rotate the plane. So this goes inside the forever block. This is those movement keys. So we can go forward and back, and D and A turn us by 2 degrees, which is what the dragon was doing in the last one. It would take me some time to get used to that movement. Now, we need to avoid the forest. The planes are flying closely to the ground. They should be unable to fly into the trees. So we need to add inside of this, if touching trees, move -10. Oh, this needs to go inside the forward and the backward movement, so hold on. Where are they? Oh, right here. I just lost all my code doing that. That's super fun. So our forward and backward is the A and the B. These two are missing. the if touching here. This is not the right one. So we gotta go to plane 1. I don't know why it's putting it on the wrong plane. These need to go into the W and the S. And this should be backwards. The W should be the 10, and the S should be the -10. So now they have issues with their code here. All right, and then shooting the blue laser. So when we create the clone of ourselves, we need this clone startup or it won't make the clone. We'll go to the plane, point in the direction of the plane, and then show itself. And then we need to be able to shoot the laser out. And if it touches the plane, then we'll send hit and delete that clone. And if it touches the trees or the edge, we'll delete the clone and be done with it. So you each need to be able, like, I'm going to just test one at a time here. So enter is this one's lasers. And this is forward. Yeah, that takes some getting used to. At least it's working. Cool. And then this one, and yep, they're all working. All right, that's it. And then you just need to do the quiz at the end.